All righty, and welcome back to those of you who've been following the series, either in person or by watching the replays. And a warm welcome to you if you're your first time joining. This is Daily AI Prompts for Job Seekers, and I'm William Craig III, a professional career coach, and I have a clear mission for this series to help you move beyond overwhelm and into action. Fact is, people who put out resources with hundreds of AI prompts are well meaning, but too many prompts can actually be paralyzing. So instead, I've focused on giving you just one powerful, practical prompt each day. My goal to help you run your job search or campaign with clarity, confidence, and strategy using AI as your assistant and not your replacement. From the very beginning, we laid a foundation for using AI tools to save time, uncover hidden opportunities, and improve each and every step of your job search. So today, as always, we're building on that momentum. If you missed any of the segments, feel free to visit my LinkedIn profile to watch the replays. And if you don't find them there, send me a note and I'll make sure you get them. So, hello, everybody, and happy Friday. Happy Friday. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Y'all don't look excited to see Friday. Oh, my goodness. Well, anyway, let's see here. Let me get this off of my screen, and we're about to jump into what we got to do here today. And first of all, for those of you who have joined me, did you receive a survey after the broadcast? Did you receive a survey by email? Yes. Okay. Thank you, Michael. All right, Patrice, you say you didn't get it? All righty. Be sure to check your email and let me know. We want to continue to improve, so please check that out and let me know if you got the survey, and if you didn't, let me know so that I can see if I can fix that. All righty. So I will share my screen. You didn't get it either. Okay. Thanks. Appreciate that. Um, let's see here. Share screen number 3 and we're going to go to ChatGPT. Okay, very good. You should be seeing my screen now. And again, let's go to, I need to actually get to our daily AI prompts. So one thing I missed in setting up today. All right, so everything that we have been covering is part of the record here. And so I share at the end of each section, at the end of each session, what I'm going to do is share the link to the prompts so you will have all of what I have covered. So if you missed anything this week, feel free to check it out. I'll put it in the chat before we go. Let me speak in the chat, pop out the chat so that I can see it. And here we go. So we've done a lot with Miss Mary Mack, all dressed in black. I'm not going there. But we've done a lot with Mary Mack, and we've helped her get a lot of information for her job search. And today, what I want to focus on is first and foremost inspiration. Yeah, inspiration. Why in the world would you be including inspiration in daily prompts, AI prompts for job seekers, William? Well, here's the thing. Many of you who are in this job campaign or job search thing knows that it can be a bit overwhelming at times. The rejections come faster than the acceptances. Sometimes there's this thing called ghosting that people like to do where they just disappear and you don't hear from them again. And all of that can kind of wreak havoc on your emotions. And so I want to get you off of that emotional roller coaster. So at the end of every week, I'm going to do something inspirational to help you hopefully get through the weekend and give you some momentum for getting back in the saddle on Monday. So here, let me put in my chat, my prompt rather, into chat that I've already created. And here's the prompt. Unfortunately, a job search can be long and daunting, bringing on discouragement and self doubt. Generate a career affirmation inspired by Jeremiah 29:11 that I can repeat each morning. Please include 3 things I can do to encourage myself during a seemingly endless job search when I become weary. Now, if you're offended by the use of uh, Jeremiah 11, I apologize, but at the same time, that's who I am. And if it, again, if it offends you, then by all means, you don't have to use it. But please send link to original Mary for resume adjustment. There are many listed at chat. Okay, not really sure, but we'll come back to that so I can make sure I understand exactly what you mean. So thank you. So here we go. Let's see what chat is going to come up with us for today. And oh, it's using 4.5. And so let me stop it because I don't want to use 4.5. I thought I reset it. So we're going to go back to 4.0. Don't want to use all of my 4.5 credits. So let's put that back in. And alrighty, here we go. Absolutely, William. Job searching can test your faith and your focus, but God's promises still stand. Here's a powerful morning affirmation and three practical spirit lifting actions to help you push through the weariness. So here's the morning affirmation inspired by Jeremiah 29:11. God has already prepared a future for me that is full of hope, purpose, and provision. I may not see the door yet, but it's being unlocked in my favor. Each step I take today, no matter how small, is part of his perfect plan to prosper me and not to harm me. I trust the process because I trust the planner. Oh my goodness. Love it, love it, love it. And let's see, three ways to encourage yourself when the search feels endless. Number one, schedule a weekly win check-in. Well, oh my goodness, to some of you, that's going to sound familiar, huh? Even if the week didn't bring a job offer, celebrate what you did do. Submitted applications, updated your resume, made a new connection, learned the skill. Write them down. Wins fuel momentum. Oh my goodness. And it gave us another biblical reference here. Though it tarries, wait for it because it will surely come. It will not tarry. That's from Habakkuk 2 and 3. And next up, create a testimony file. Start a simple document or journal. That may sound familiar to some of you as well, where you record times God provided in the past, jobs, breakthroughs, closed doors that turned into blessings. When doubt rises, reread what he's already done. And then another scripture reference from Psalm 103 and 2. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. And then here we go. Number three, this is the third action that you can take. Speak life out loud. When weariness whispers, don't echo it, counter it. So when those thoughts come in your mind, don't say them out loud to yourself. Counter them and say things like, I'm qualified, I'm called, I'm covered. Delay is not denial. God's timing is perfect, and I'm right on schedule. And Joel 3 and 10 says, let the weak say, I am strong. So here's the encouragement from ChatGPT. Take heart. This isn't just about landing a job. Oh my goodness, it doesn't know how right on it is about this. It's about stepping into the right job at the right time for the right reason. Let me know if you'd like a printable version of this to keep near your desk or mirror. You're not alone. God hasn't forgotten you. So that's very cool. Again, I'm gonna go ahead. Well, I'm not gonna share it just yet. We're just 8 minutes into today's episode, but I will share the link with you. Let me share something with you that I did write myself, and what I will do is I will make sure that I didn't do it because I didn't think about it. I didn't know what this was going to come up with. And so, but I wrote something called Today is a Great Day. It's a daily affirmation, and I'll make sure that each one of you gets a copy of it. And it says, Today is a great day. Within this day are great things designed just for me. Some will be easy to see, while others will be cleverly disguised as challenges, inconveniences, and even disappointments. But that's okay because I know they're all working together to create a stronger, a wiser, a better version of me. As I step into this great day, I realize it's a gift because today I have another opportunity to help someone in need, to comfort someone in distress, or to celebrate someone else's success. Today is a great day because today is the day I share my best with the world. And in some way, shape, or form, I become essential to someone else. All righty, that's by yours truly, William Craig III. And like I said, it's a daily affirmation that I wrote without the help of ChatGPT. In fact, when I wrote it, there was no ChatGPT. And I wrote that to encourage the job campaigners, job seekers that I have been working with. And so I'll make sure. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Patrice. I'm just seeing your chats here. Let me put the chat on the screen so that I can see it without uh, anything in the way. So here's what I will do because we've got a little time. Fridays, you'll find, are going to be light days for us. Okay. Again, you'll have the link so that you can go back through everything that we've covered throughout the week. I'll put that in the chat by the time we finish. But is there anybody, and I'm going to allow you to come off mute if you like, or you can put it in the chat. Is there anybody that would like to go over something specific? You want me to give chat a specific prompt as it relates to your job search or your job campaign? Anybody? I'm opening up the floor to YO, but especially you. All righty. Don't all jump at that button at once.
I'll take the bait. Um, you've pretty much covered what I'm in my background initially starting. I've noticed something with chats. I have a friend who's a tech guru and created another chat bot
Mhm.
through Phoenix Technologies. It takes what we create, as you're telling us, through Chat GPT, and it puts it back in our words, which ChatGPT can, but it puts it more in, I would say, quote unquote, dummy terms, um, to be more user friendly because the person that created this
Mhm.
understands how ATS and hiring managers view this, and they understand the scans that they use to detect AI. So it counters that scan, but still passes the ATS. Now, when I get that information, I put it back on my resume because I've done my resume now 4 times, and and I put little things in my own words. How do I know what are the action words, what I should keep or not keep? Because I've got two things telling me opposite things. Generally, they're saying the same thing. So, what question do I put in Chat GPT that settles this issue?
So here's the thing, Michael. Here, I'm just looking for, I'm just looking for,
The issue, I mean, not to expand and say the same thing over again. The issue is basically, as we've discussed, as you've been coaching me, um, it's a little bit hard for me to put things into words sometimes. So chat really helps me out on that. And I don't want it to sound like it's something more exuberant than what it is. So that's where Phoenix comes in and helps. But then again, that's where I get lost.
so here's the deal, I've got to find what I'm looking for later, but here's the truth of it. Once you get a response from chat, then it's up to you to determine how much does this sound like me and how much does this sound like chat? Because again, we can train it based on, and I think I shared this. Well, I think that might have been another group, but I uploaded uh, tons of documents, some videos, and other things. Matter of fact, my book, and I uploaded it all into chat, and I said, I want you to study this so that you can learn about me. And I put in my bio as well. And when you're answering questions, I want you to answer the same way that I would answer. So I want you to mimic my tone and my style. And so what I would say is after doing something like that, once you get a response, then you have to read it and say, wow, is this something that I would say? Is this a phrase I would use? Are these words that I use frequently? And if it isn't, then you can go back and update chat and say, hey, this is good, but it doesn't quite sound like me. And ask it to try again. And then if it's still not getting there, then again, use some more samples. And if you don't have any, then you could always dictate something and and give it to it and say, okay, here's how I speak. This is my tone. And one of the things, and this just came back to me, one of the things you can do to check it is once you've uploaded your information in the chat initially, you can ask it, would you please describe to me what my speaking style and tone is? And it will give you that information. So, um, for instance, here we've got a little time. Please describe, oops, my speaking tone and style. All right. So let's see what it's going to say about me. Your speaking tone and style is warm, direct, faith driven, and practical. You sound like someone who sits across from a person in pain, looks them in the eye, and tells them the truth with love and power. Now, let me just ask you all who have worked with me for any length of time, does that sound anything like me? Huh? See, I went through the exercise. So let's see what else it says. Oh, it breaks it down some more. Your speaking tone and style. One, conversational and compassionate. You don't preach at people, you talk to them. It feels like a trusted friend pulling up a chair and saying, let's figure this out together. You use phrases. See, this is what I was talking about. You use phrases like, let me ask you something. Come on now. You've got this. God hasn't forgotten you. Take heart. Help is here. Again, you guys can attest to the fact that this is me. This is who I am. Now, also, scripture fueled and spirit led. You speak from the word without sounding religious. You weave biblical truth into real life situations so people feel seen and strengthened, not judged and overwhelmed. And I certainly hope that's the case. Bold, clear, no fluff. Your words are plain and punchy. Yeah, I know I can be a little punchy
That's
at
good.
times. You cut through the noise and give people what they need to hear in a way that's straightforward, empowering, and full of grace. Four, hope building and action oriented. You don't just stir emotions, you stir motion. Every message leads people to take a step, whether it's applying for a job, rewriting a resume, or trusting God again. Your words move people forward. And number five, rooted in purpose and restoration. At your core, you're a bridge builder for the discouraged, the overlooked, the stuck. Your tone says, you're not too late, you're not too old, you're not forgotten. The answer is already prepared. In short, you speak life, you equip with clarity, you inspire with fire, and every word you share feels like an invitation back to hope. Would you like this turned into a speaker bio or tagline? No, thank you. I'm gonna just give you a thumbs up on that one, no chat. That's some good stuff there. But and here I am. I'm like I'm about to say thank you, chat, right? But but I hope, Michael, this drives home the point that I was trying to make.
Yes, it does. And to clarify, so basically, as we've discussed prior, it's almost like you're talking to your shrink. You're talking to your doctor, your friend. So to train it, you have to talk to it like that so it actually knows you. Because I've given it my websites, my art, my legislation, my children advocacy, and my resumes, and it's still not talking to me like myself. So how would I train it?
Here's my question. So did you tell it specifically to use all of these things that you uploaded and share with it to, in the future, respond like you whenever you give it prompts?
That's what I forgot, to respond like me, because I told it, I gave it everything, and it gives a general bio from everything from when I was in media and all that, all the way up till now. And it's sporadic. So,
Yeah.
that's where I was kind of lost. I did not tell it to respond or talk to me like me.
Okay. So here
So,
we go. Here's what
yeah.
I'm gonna do now. I'm going to say, act as if you were me and you were coaching someone who is feeling stuck in their job campaign. What would I say? All right, so I didn't capitalize that. Act as if you were me, William Craig III, and you were coaching someone who is feeling stuck in their job campaign. What would I say? Stepping into your voice, William, here's how you might speak to someone feeling stuck in their job campaign. Let me ask you something. When did you stop believing you were called? Because somewhere between the rejection emails and the silence from recruiters, you started internalizing a lie that nothing's working, that maybe you're not enough, that maybe God forgot your name. But I came to remind you that's not the truth. Here's what is true. You're not too late. You're not too old. You're not forgotten. Being stuck doesn't mean you're finished. It means you're in a pause. And I might not say a holy pivot, quite honestly, but a moment to reset, realign, and re engage with purpose. Now, I want you to stop scrolling job boards for a second and listen to me carefully. And then it gives the scripture reference. It's not just a verse, it's a strategy. So here's what I want you to do: get honest about what's not working, your resume, your mindset, your morning routine. Let's call it out. Get intentional about your next steps, not just sending more applications, but targeting the right ones with clarity and confidence. Get anchored in truth. You are equipped, you are needed, and your next opportunity is being lined up. Now, this I can tell you, it got from those videos that I do on Fridays for my Friday sessions, because this a lot of this language I'm seeing, because I write the scripts for those. So I'm seeing it pulling that out. And again, just based on what I shared with it, it's pulling those things out. And in fact, it's funny because the video, I'm just going to give you a heads up. The video that I'm going to share today, this line is in it. This isn't about landing, well, it says this isn't just about landing a job. So, but this isn't about landing just any job. It's about stepping into the one God has prepared for you. So take heart, lift your head, get back in the game, because you're not just looking for a job, you're answering a call. So here's what I'm also going to ask it. If I were coaching someone, oops, a Samoan, right? Someone um, on creating, I'm going to show you how detailed this is, creating a summary statement for their resume. What might that look like? All right, so let's see if it really learned. All right, your summary statement should include your title and core identity, what role you're targeting, what you bring to the table. You hear me say that all the time. Your greatest strengths, what problems do you solve, where do you shine? So, and it gives examples. Okay, customer service leader known for. Y'all hear me say that all the time. That known for piece, right? First line in the summary section, known for delivering high impact solutions in fast paced environments, skilled in de escalating complex customer issues, training high performance teams, and improving call resolution rates. Proof you get results. Example, increase customer satisfaction scores by 22% and reduce repeat call volume by 30% within 6 months. That quantifying piece that I'm always telling y'all you have to have, right? And then closing line, make it forward looking, not self centered, looking forward to applying these skills at, and boom. See, it has everything that I have shared with regards to how to create the resume. And, I could go through the entire resume, but that's just the summary section. And it's spot on. It's including all the things that I tell you. So if your summary sounds like it could belong to 10 other people, it's not your summary. Get specific, get honest, and don't be afraid to lead with strength. And that's one thing I will say to the question you asked, Michael. If it sounds like 10 other people could have said this, then it's not yours. So go back and, oh, wow, look at this. Final example, they put it all together. Experienced project coordinator known for bringing clarity, calm, and confidence to complex initiatives. It knows I like alliteration. Oh my goodness, this is scary. Skilled in vendor management, timeline tracking, and stakeholder communication. Reduced project delays by 40% while managing budgets up to $1.2 million. Looking forward to applying these skills at, and then the company name. And so go back and put in this whole thanks, Patrice. This whole piece, thank you, Michael, as well. The whole question of number one, or I shouldn't say the question, the prompt, that I want you to take the information that I've uploaded or attached or however or included and create a persona so that as you answer questions in the future, I want you to use my tone, my style, and sound just like me. And you give it that information, it'll give you feedback. Then I want you to do what I just did. Eh, Describe my speaking tone and style. And that's your check to make sure that it got you. And and then at the end of the day, you can just do a couple of things to make sure that it didn't miss. Now, here's the thing: if it does, then you can say, and just like I've been doing as we've been going along, please update your memory and then tell it whatever you want it to remember so that going forward it will remember that, right? So if it uses a phrase, like, hot dog, right? Please update your memory. I would never use the phrase hot dog. I would probably use a phrase like, oh wow. Okay. And then boom, let it learn that way. And the neat thing about this is it's not like a person that's going to give you some back talk and say, well, I heard you say it. It's not going to do that. But this is the beauty of it. And when we talk about agents, again, I mentioned at some point in the future, I am going to do a class, and I'll be sure to post that and invite you guys to that because I'm going to do a class on creating agents. And the neat thing, like, yeah, I was explaining this to someone yesterday, a minute and a half. Wow. Someone yesterday that just imagine a travel agent, right? So you call a travel agent because you are going on a trip to Miami and you say, I want a nonstop flight from Houston to Miami. I'm leaving on this day, returning on this day. Oh, by the way, I'm going to need a hotel reservation. I'd like to stay at a four-star hotel. I want the best price on both my hotel as well as my flight. And also make sure it's a hotel that has a free shuttle to and from the airport so I don't have to worry about driving. And while I'm in Miami, give me three non-touristy things that I can visit that would really be cool to see. Since I'm taking the family, make sure that it's affordable, meaning, less than $20 for each person. The beauty of agents is that you could give it that kind of prompt, and not only will it go and find all of that information, but folks, we're at the place now where you can literally create an account and give it permission, and it could make those reservations on your behalf.
That is amazing. Wow.
Yes, yes, Andrea. And so, to some, it's like, oh, that's scary. And to others, it's like, okay, that would be interesting. And then to some of us, wow, that's interesting, but it's a little scary at the same time. But that's where we are. It's not something from the movies anymore. But listen, I would geek out on this for the next hour, but I don't have time. It's 12:30. I appreciate you all joining me. And please let me know again if you don't receive the survey, because it should be coming from Zoom. If you don't receive the survey, please send me a note. Let me know you didn't get it, and we'll fix that. But also let me know how I can improve. I want to make sure that this is meeting your needs and that you're enjoying our time together. So, with that said, in the meantime, in between time, please stay safe in all you do. Have a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to seeing you all on Monday. Thanks so
Thank you
much
very
again.
much. God bless.